sit down and shut up.
Trust me.
Don't move. I have belts in the back. Sometimes it gets there, listen.
I got nervous before my hand tattoo. I thought that was going to change everything. And I went to go get my hand done. And I remember talking to my buddy. I was like, dude, I'm kind of nervous. He's like, about what? I was like, I don't know. I mean, what if I don't like the design? And he was like, have you ever seen her do something that you haven't liked? And I was like, no.
Right.
So thanks, Kelly Doty.
Yeah. I think sometimes people go wrong with size. Sometimes people want to start super small just because they want to see how it feels. And then some people are like, this is what I want to go big, let's do it. I don't think, if you're gonna go small, that's fine, but pick an area that is suitable for that size tattoo.
Always.
So don't stick, something that's 2.5 inches in the middle of your bicep, and then you can't do anything around it except for other small tattoos. So just think ahead. I always like inner forearm. I think that's a great area to start your first tattoo. It does hurt towards the wrist, but it's a little bit of pain and then it's over. If it's something that you want to get for the rest of your life, good place to start. You can see it if you want. Sometimes that helps to watch the artist doing the tattoo, because then you realize, hey, it's not that bad. It kind of just looks like they're drawing on me. And if you don't want to look, that's fine too. Sometimes that helps people. But that's a good place. It's not too sensitive.
I agree with that to start, only because like when I start sleeves, I like to start at the bottom of the arm so that any image that I add to it can go kind of stacked behind, instead of like if I start up here, I can't put this image like kind of like if a head were to go in front, that's not possible anymore. Whereas if I end a head here, I can keep stacking up the arm.
Yeah. I do not like it if you get your hands tattooed before getting a full sleeve, or your neck before you have full sleeves, because first it looks a little strange because you're going to be drawn to that area, and then this is going to look so empty. Traditionally, those are the ending areas. You got to fill the rest of your body, and then you're allowed to get your hands and your neck done, partially because they used to be career killers, so a lot of times you can't get work if you have highly visible neck and hand tattoos. But it's become such a trend to get like finger tattoos lately, even though they don't hold. Those are usually for people that are heavily tattooed that know it's gonna fall out and don't really care.
There's a lot of times where even for me, I did my arms first and then added my hand after, and there's limited space. So when a client comes to me saying, we are gonna make this a sleeve, I like to see if there's something that fits nice on the hand and then have a little room that goes up a little bit, like if part of the head of something curves up, or if it has antlers, whatever, something that curves up the arm a little bit, then you're not limited later. Right. You can just keep adding to that, but I want to make sure that that client is locked in to like make sure that they're expanding off that. If it's just a hand, I don't know. I mean, like she said, traditionally you want to cover everything before you get into that.
But that's good. Like if they come with the intention, this is going to be a whole sleeve and I'm going to get it done immediately, following.
That's our exception.
Yeah, that's cohesive.
It's fair.
That's good.
I like my clients to expect the worst, just because when they're in the, not the worst, like I'm just saying, like, expect it to be more painful than I hope it will be for you.
Eat a large breakfast or lunch or whatever.
A good time from the appointment though.
Yeah, like not
Don't
immediately.
Don't come in while you're digesting.
Yeah, maybe like an hour or so before. And then bring something with a lot of sugar and electrolytes. The sugar and fluids will get into your bloodstream quicker than food. So bring like soda or Gatorade, Powerade, something like that, and you could drink that during the tattoo, and that's gonna help you from passing out. But also, if you do feel like you're gonna get sick, tell your tattoo artist, because we know how to handle it. We'll lay you down and make sure that you're not gonna pass out. The first thing most people try to do is stand up and walk to the bathroom or something like that. You don't want to stand up. Yeah, don't play it off. Please tell us. It's not embarrassing.
Right.
It's okay.
We've seen it 100 times. Even if it's just a mental thing to do something before a tattoo, that kind of tends to help. Like for me, I have this weird ritual where, like she said, with sugar, I love to have a Kit Kat and a Red Bull before every single tattoo I get. I don't know why.
You don't want the caffeine. It's not. Don't drink a bunch of caffeine before a tattoo. No, it's so bad. First of all,
don't come in shaking, but
thins your blood.
Don't do it.
Yeah. So don't do that.
But like I said, if you find a ritual that kind of worked for you one time, do it every time, because even if it's a mental thing that helps you sit longer, awesome.
Usually you blow it up in your head to be much worse than it is. And a lot of the time we'll start, especially with first timers, I'll do a little line so they can see how it feels. And I don't think there's anyone who I've had that was ever like, wow, that was horrible.
Right.
But most of my clients are always like, I made that so much worse in my head than it actually is. I feel so much better now knowing that it, how it feels.
Right.
And then they can sit through the whole tattoo. If you have been imagining this tattoo, on your ribs for the longest time, and that's where you're in love with it, get it there. Who cares about the pain? Because it's going to be over soon. You only have to live with it for that day. But the tattoo's going to be there forever. I'm just saying the pain for that day.
The best advice I can give, I actually got for my first tattoo from a friend, which was so random because we went to a shop. We were in Canada just on a trip. We were seniors in high school, and we were like, fuck it, let's go to Canada. And we wanted to get tattooed. So I actually raised all the money for this tattoo by asking kids in the lunchroom, hey, does anyone want to contribute? And I think I made $70 in like 2 days, which is pretty rad. And then Christmas just happened. So I was like, yeah, let's go to Canada. We got money. So we went for a little break. And the tattoo artist, I said, hey, I want to get this on my ribs, but like I'm a little nervous. What's it feel like? And he just looks at me and goes, to be honest, it's like deep cat scratch. And I was like, sounds fucking terrible.
Let's do it.
He was like, you want to do it, you want to do it. And I look at my friend Will, and he was like, dude, it's going to be on you forever. Like, because I was debating on my shoulder. I was like, should I switch to my shoulder or something? He goes, what if you start on your shoulder and you're like, shit, I could have gotten this on my ribs. I said, dude, you're so right. So I got on my ribs, and that was that. If you've researched an artist already and you like their work, maybe find a bunch of pictures that are specific things they did that you did like, because it helps us get in your head more.
Right.
So, I mean, like, we were saying about like changing things. Both of us, we're usually one client for the whole day. So that means I reserve the day for you. So if there's things that you're worried about or concerned about, we're going to work on them then and there.
Yeah, tell us.
Everything's through email, but it doesn't mean that in person we can't like work with you, or any concerns or fears, they can't be resolved.
Don't be worried about offending the artist either, unless you just straight up say like, I absolutely hate this, it's garbage. Please don't say that. We do have feelings. But if you are like, oh, you know what, I don't like this little leaf over here, can we turn it or take it out? That's okay.
Yep.
When you get there, any artist that is respectable, if you want to change something minor about the design, they have no problem changing it. That's how I work with my clients. I know you do the same thing. You're there to work with the artist. If you decide to change your entire concept, that's a whole different story where you'll have to rebook an appointment or something. But you should just go to an appointment by yourself so that you don't have the influence of other people who may not even be interested in the same style tattoo that you're looking to get.
Right.
So their opinion doesn't really, it doesn't make a difference. Who cares if they like it or not? And that time is supposed to be for you and the artist to communicate about this piece of work that you guys are creating. So yeah, don't bring a whole bunch of friends. It's okay if you want, maybe one friend just to hold your hand, but don't let their opinion weigh on your decision of what you're gonna get in your tattoo.